So basically there's this chart going around showing players layup percentages and how many they have taken. And man, it does not make Angel Reese look good in this one, I can't lie.
Now, I don't know what she's working on, but it's certainly not her inside game. It's not. I don't get it. Still, Angel Reese has one of the lowest shooting percentages in the WNBA, especially on layups.
And then right at third place, you have Angel Reese with 54 with a 31% shooting percentage, man.
Is she the worst starting power forward in the league? I mean, it's bad. This is, as the kids say, this is in fact diabolical. 24 WNBA All-Star Angel Reese has got off to a rough start this season, as she has only made 5 of her 22 shots in the Sky's first 2 games. Since then, however, her shooting percentage has went from 22.7% to 31.1%. I gave that yesterday. 31.1% overall as a 6'4" power forward. That's awful. Here she is right here. Angel Reese has taken the 3rd most attempts. She's shooting 31.5%. What? Let's go over here I want to see the whole. So let's click on it. Let's make it bigger. The next is Kelsey Plum at 42%. By the way, Kelsey's 5'8".
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that has sent shockwaves through the WNBA, sparked endless debate, and even birthed a few viral memes. We're talking about Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie, a force of nature, a rebounding machine, a fierce competitor, and shockingly, the player with the worst layup percentage in the entire league. Yes, you heard that right. A 6'4" power forward, someone whose game is built around attacking the basket, is converting layups at a rate that defies belief for a professional athlete. And trust me, the numbers are just the beginning of this story. Imagine this. You're a dominant professional basketball player. You stand 6 feet, 4 inches tall. Your entire reputation is built on physicality, on getting to the rim, on owning the paint. You would think that scoring on layups, those seemingly automatic, close-range shots, would be second nature. It should be your bread and butter, a high-percentage, reliable source of points. But for Angel Reese, the reality painted by the statistics is stark, almost unbelievable. She's currently shooting just 31% on her layup attempts. That's not just low. It's dead last in the WNBA among players who have attempted at least 35 layups. Let that sink in. For a league where the average layup conversion rate hovers around a robust 69%, Reese's 31% is a free fall, a statistical anomaly that demands a closer look. This isn't about a cold streak or a handful of unlucky bounces. We're talking about 54 layup attempts, and out of those, only 16 have found the bottom of the net. That leaves a staggering 38 misses. This isn't a small sample size, it's a glaring, persistent issue that's not just raising eyebrows, but causing genuine concern across the league. When you compare her to other top players in the league, the contrast becomes even more striking, almost jarring. Take Aaliyah Boston, another dominant big, who hits layups at the league average of 69%. Or even Angel's own teammate, Camila Cardoso, who converts at a very respectable 56.2%. What about someone much smaller, like 5'8", Kelsey Plum? Even she's shooting 42% on her layups, which, while not elite, is still 11 percentage points better than Reese. The numbers are so pronounced, so out of step with expectations for a player of her caliber and position, that they've become a talking point every time the Sky play. It's not just missing shots, it's missing shots you're supposed to make. This isn't just bad. As the kids say, this is in fact diabolical, but numbers, while compelling, only tell part of the story. To truly grasp the gravity of this situation, you have to watch the film. You have to see how these missed layups manifest on the court. There's one particular viral clip that has crystallized the problem for many, serving as a painful visual explanation for those shocking stats. In this notorious moment, Angel Reese grabs an offensive rebound. Now, this is where she should shine, leveraging her immense size and rebounding prowess for easy putbacks. But instead of setting her feet, scanning the defense, or even looking at the rim, she keeps her eyes off the basket, flings the ball almost instinctively from her hip, and predictably, it misses. It's quick, it's awkward, and it's the kind of moment that's fueling all the criticism. It looks rushed, almost panicked. There's barely any lift, her body isn't squared, and she's not aiming, just throwing the ball up and hoping for the best. When you break down the mechanics, it's clear something is fundamentally off. Compare that to a textbook finish from Aaliyah Boston, a smooth knee bend, eyes locked on the rim, a soft finish off the glass, control through contact. It's night and day. Reese, on the other hand, often appears to be forcing the action, skipping the basics, and trying to muscle through defenders rather than using technique or finesse. This isn't just about one play. This clip sums up a bigger, season-long pattern. Every time she gets the ball close to the basket, the same issues seem to show up. Eyes drifting away, a rushed release, poor body control, a tendency to play for the foul rather than the bucket. It's not just costing her points, it's making her predictable. Defenders know she's not going to pause, set, or look for a better angle. They can collapse on her, contest the shot, and force the miss, leading to more frustration, more misses, and a lot more questions about her decision-making in high-pressure situations. This isn't just about individual performance. It has a significant ripple effect on the entire Chicago Sky offense. The Chicago Sky, like any WNBA team, relies on its bigs to create easy points inside, clean up missed shots, and set the tone physically. When one of your key players is missing more layups than she's making, it's a problem you absolutely cannot ignore. It changes how defenses play you. Instead of respecting her ability to finish, they anticipate a forced shot and can sag off, focusing on other threats or positioning themselves for the rebound. This limits second chance points, which should be a goldmine for an elite rebounder like Reese. Every forced miss wastes a valuable possession, allows defenses to recover, and ultimately puts more pressure on the guards to carry the scoring load. For a team that needs every point it can get, these missed layups add up fast, stalling offensive rhythm and preventing the ball from moving freely. Imagine the difference if even half of those 38 misses had gone in. How many more points would the Sky have on the board? How many games might have swung their way? It's a sobering thought, and of course, social media has latched onto this with a vengeance. The memes, the jokes, the side-by-side stat comparisons, they're everywhere. People are questioning how a player with Reese's physical tools can be this inefficient at something so basic. Some fans are playfully calling her allergic to easy buckets, while others are genuinely concerned about what this means for her long-term development. The conversation isn't just about numbers anymore. It's about what those numbers say about Reese's game, her confidence, and her future in the league. Analysts have weighed in too, pointing out that these aren't just random mistakes. They're deeply ingrained habits. The way Reese brings the ball up, the lack of eye contact with the rim, the tendency to rush under pressure, all of it signals a fundamental need for basic work. Commentators are asking why these issues haven't been fixed, especially when players like Boston and even her own teammate, Cardoso, show what good layup technique looks like. The difference is obvious, and it's starting to shape the narrative around Reese's potential and her role on the team. This isn't just a statistical blip. It's becoming a defining characteristic that's attracting an uncomfortable level of scrutiny. But here's where the story takes a turn towards potential solutions. Reese often grabs offensive boards, but instead of taking a moment to assess the situation and find the best shot, she forces tough finishes. This is where the wisdom of basketball analytics and simply fundamental team play points to a clear path forward. Consider Camila Cardoso, her teammate, who, as we mentioned, is hitting 56.2% of her layups. It's simple basketball logic. You would rather have your 56% hitter shooting more buckets than your 31% hitter. The solution isn't about taking away Reese's aggressiveness or her role as a dominant rebounder. It's about maximizing what works and building trust in the system. When Reese gets the board, the best move isn't always to go back up with a contested shot, especially if she's already missed the first one or if defenders have collapsed on her. Sometimes the smarter play, the game-winning play, is to reset. Find Cardoso and let her finish. Analysts are practically screaming for this adjustment. Kick that ball out! Use that 56% shooter more and watch possessions flip. It's a strategic blueprint that could transform Chicago's offense overnight. Reese's real strength could be dominating the glass and then making the right read. Sometimes that's a quick outlet pass. Sometimes it's a feed to Cardoso in a better position. Sometimes it's kicking out to an open shooter on the perimeter. When she forces it, the defense knows exactly what's coming, and they can easily suffocate her. But when she moves the ball, when she makes that extra pass, the defense has to scramble, and that's when good things happen for Chicago. It allows for better shot selection, higher team efficiency, and crucially, it allows her teammates to get into a better rhythm. It's not about dimming her light, it's about strategically redirecting her immense rebounding power into truly impactful offensive possessions. This isn't just about the numbers, it's about understanding her role. Angel Reese doesn't have to be the one taking every shot after a rebound. Her real strength could be defined by her ability to dominate the glass and then consistently make the smartest play for the team. While she does occasionally pull off those incredible circus shots that defy logic and go in, relying on those isn't a sustainable or team-beneficial strategy. They're flashes of individual brilliance, but they don't contribute to consistent, winning basketball. The focus needs to shift from trying to muscle through every situation to embracing the fundamentals, exhibiting patience, and making high IQ basketball plays. As one analyst put it, they can still utilize her and get the dub and have her look good on the floor. It's about paying attention to the analytics, understanding where the highest percentage plays lie, and building an offense that leverages everyone's strengths, including Cardoso's more efficient touch around the rim. Angel Reese's 31% layup percentage stands out as a clear, glaring weakness, a potential Achilles heel in her burgeoning WNBA career. But here's the crucial part. It's not a dead end. The numbers and the video footage both show that her biggest obstacle is also her most straightforward, fixable problem. With focused training, a dedication to fundamental mechanics, and smarter in-game choices, particularly learning to make that extra pass out to a more efficient finisher like Camila Cardoso, Reese could flip her story around faster than anyone expects. The fan base loves her, and they see her as a superstar, a future face of the league, and there's every reason to believe she can be that. But she has to be real with herself, acknowledge the numbers, and put in the work to refine her game. It's simple. Play for the bucket, not the foul, and trust the process of solid fundamental basketball. Will she answer that call? Will she embrace the discipline required to fix this fundamental flaw? Because at this rate, the highly publicized Reese versus Clark debate has a new, unexpected wildcard: the foundational strength of one's game. Angel Reese's journey, her potential, and her place in the WNBA narrative could very well be defined by how she addresses this seemingly simple, yet profoundly impactful challenge. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe Angel Reese can turn her layup struggles around? What adjustments do you think the Sky and Reese herself need to make? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of the biggest stories in sports. We'll be watching closely to see how this story unfolds.